price of disobedience. I turned to the wisdom of the flesh and forgot my God-given wisdom.
Many misleading voices refer to King Solomon as an example of a man who stretched his lust to marry 700 women. Well, much as Solomon had been gifted with wisdom, his human inclinations led him into lots of sin. For instance, he forgot the God who gave him all, and in support of his wives, he worshipped their gods. Instead of relying on God for stability, who sought alliance with powerful nations through marriage. Yes, that is how he ended up with 700 wives. But experience taught him, and he lets it all out in his writings in the book of Proverbs. 1. King Solomon learned that getting into a relationship with another man's wife would bring ruin to a man. Now it's not implied, but for all his escapades, King Solomon lost Israel. He almost cost King David's legacy. Another man ruled the biggest share of the kingdom. So when he says these words, listen. King Solomon said in Proverbs chapter 5 verses 3 to 10, "Stay away from a married woman. If you get involved with her, you will lose your honor, your wealth, your peace of mind, and it will destroy your health." In chapter 6 verse 25, he warns that a woman's beauty may deceive you, but do not fall into that trap. A prostitute will cost you, but another man's wife will lead to your end, Solomon warns. Solomon learned and shared that being intimate with another man's wife was a death trap. 2. He shared in verse 15 to 20 that a married man should stick to one wife and avoid stumbling into another woman's arms. In chapter 6 verses 32 and 33, Solomon adds, "A man who commits adultery is a fool who brings about his own destruction. That man will suffer from diseases and disgrace and will forever live in shame." What better advice is coming out of the mouth of a man who did it all and experienced the consequences of it all? No other advice compares, when it comes to fidelity in marriage, than the advice King Solomon shared. Strange, many people are quick to read his mistakes in marriage as the ideal, without looking at the lessons he learned and what he would forbid. These words do not only apply to men, but also women who want to get involved with married men and those that are tempted to cheat on their husbands. It will be the end of you and your dignity.
I say, stay away from a married woman. She will lead you to your shame and death.
Stick to your spouse, Breen. You just have no idea what I went through. Do not be tempted by beauty. Adultery comes with consequences.